And without further ado, I think I have this young lady on the air on Ladies Night Radio, Miss Adina Howard.
Hey.
Hello.
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 How are you?
Hello.
Wow, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm better than good. I'm blessed. How are you?
Oh,
Hey.
bless. We feel you. We feel you. First of all, I want to say congratulations on your wedding, even though you didn't invite a sister. It was okay, though.
Thank you very much.
Okay. How does it feel to be married?
I love it. I absolutely love it. It's one of the best things that I ever did.
Amen to that.
Hey.
Yeah. Because, it's one of those things that you're tired of doing the same thing or same thing, different day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, okay, it's time to do something new. It's time to stop the insanity, because they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And, having me, I love to have my stable of men. I love having my maintenance men, but it got boring after a while. It's like, okay.
Right.
It was like, it was nice to have, maintenance men in almost every city that I wanted to, or state that I wanted to be in, or whatever the case may be. But it was like, you know what? This is very surface. I thank you for the pleasure. It's great, but I can't go any further with you. This, it's what it is. It was a stick and move situation more often than not, and it was like, okay, that's cool, but I need something else.
Yo, Adina, so that cable guy and that plumber, they had to get the heave ho, right?
Well, I appreciated them for the cable, and I appreciated them, for fixing the plumbing.
Yes. We got to love on our plumbers. Yes. I think
but then I had to get an all-around handyman, and that's
there you go. Amen to that. Amen to that.
That deserves a hand clap. Yes, it does.
And Adina, I gotta tell you, just to give you a little history on just me. I mean, this is actually your second stop to this station and calling in and because we really pushed you heavy when you had your last album,
Thank you.
Private Show, and to have you back is definitely a blessing, because I was still fresh, brand new, a year and a half into the business when you called in and you blessed the show, and you got to think about it, 4 years later. The evolution that's happened, not just with me, but, seeing you evolve and get married and listening to this music, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, but just to be able to kind of see everything transitioning on an upward, not just with the station and myself, but with you also, you are absolutely right. It is beyond a blessing, really, to just be able to be a part of your circle, so I appreciate you for tuning in and rocking out with us.
Thank you so much, and I feel the same. So thank you for being a blessing, because, it takes more than one person to make something successful happen. So
right.
I am truly grateful for wanting to be a part of my life and wanting me to be a part of, what you have going on. So I'm truly, truly honored.
And Ladies Night Radio with Adina Howard on. And Adina, I got to tell you, I went on AdinaHoward.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
Went on that site, of course, seeing the beautiful lady that is Adina Howard just, kind of made my jaw drop. That's just one. But let me tell you this. Like, I got a chance to listen to, and we played a brand new track, and thanks to your team for supplying it with us. We played Too Close tonight, and we're gonna play it again. But let me tell you, as a fan, because you got to think about it. I heard Do You Want to Ride and epic. I heard Second Coming. Epic. I've heard Private Show. Epic. But I gotta tell you this: when I heard Too Close, it just sounds like it's a hungrier type of Adina Howard, though. Like, I'm listening to your vocal range. I'm listening to you still paint that nice, vivid, sensual story that you've always done. But it seemed like you turned it up another level with this one, though.
You have to. As an artist, I must always remain creative. If I don't remain creative, then I'm like stuck, and I don't like being stale at all. There's only so much you can do with something stale. You have to mix it with something else in order for it to, be flavorful. So for me, it's like, okay, you still keep, because I love to tell stories. I think telling a story is very important. And as I listen to music today, they don't have wordplay. They don't they don't paint pictures. They just, give it to you straight with no chaser, which at the end of the day, if that's how you want to get down, that's cool, because I do that too. But I think with music, if you're going to call yourself an artist, you must be creative, and you must step outside the box, and you must evolve, you must grow, and you must challenge yourself. Because if you don't challenge yourself as a human being, as an artist, what is your purpose?
Mm-hmm.
You don't grow. And things that don't grow, they die.
Mm-hmm.
And I am indispensable. I can't do it. So I have to grow. I have to, I have to evolve, and I have to, constantly challenge myself, because I am my worst critic. If I don't like what I hear, what I see, what I feel, either it's going in the trash or, we're going to make it better.
I mean, I said it earlier, Adina, and I was like, vocally, I always thought you was top of the line, real sharp, with it. But, I still, I mean, I heard the entirety of it, and I just ran it earlier, and I'm just like, man, I can't believe her range has just gotten better. I mean, how can something good get better? Because I'm listening, like you said, and you made that point of, everybody's kind of giving it to you raw with no chaser or whatever. And I'm like, just to be able to hear somebody established that's had plaques before, that's, a huge fan base and everything like that, in order for you to sharpen that craft, you're doing something that a lot of these, not just women, but men or people in general, have yet to really learn about the art of music.
I think because a lot of people that are in the industry right now, I don't know that they're really artists.
Amen to that.
I think that a lot of them are just in the game to make money, to be famous. They just want to be, no disrespect, but I think that they want to be, they're like, look, if I get one hit, I'll be a one-hit wonder all day. As long as, somebody know my name and know my face and I get that check, I'm good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's like, really, that's all you want? You don't want to leave something behind that's going to make sense, that's going to, flourish even after you're gone? That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of the true artists that are in the game, you talk about them, you say Karen White, Whitney Houston, rest her soul, true artists, really loved, really had a passion for performing, for singing, for being, an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Hamilton, John Legend, Andre 3000, you know what I mean? They're artists.
Right.
And it's like you can tell who's an artist and who's not. Artists evolve. People who just want to make the money and be famous, they come in and then they drop off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. And for me, I love being an artist in every sense of the word. Performing, singing, recording, even though I hate the recording part for the most part because it's manual labor. But
oh, man, I feel you on that one. I feel you. And then when you be sick, you be like, it's not the sound I want. Oh, it's a wrap.
Oh, yeah, my allergies jumped on me so bad last week. Thank God I did not have to record because it would have been a hot mess.
Oh, I feel you.
It would have gone down. I'd be like, yeah, we're not about to waste money on this.
Yeah. My soul thought about it. I would have said, it's a wrap.
Okay. It's just one of those things. There are artists and then there are people out there that just want to make money at the end of the day. It's really that simple. It's black and white, cut and dry. It's just what it is. And that's what they're putting on the radio because a lot of labels now are like, look, they are insulting the general public's intelligence by just putting crap out there.
Mm-hmm.
And people are buying it. Not to be disrespectful, but some folks don't have, musical intelligence. So that's why the stuff is selling.
That's that good Night of the Living Dead, right, Adina?
There you go.
Silliness, I love it.
I'm just keeping it real, you know what I'm saying? Adina Howard is our guest tonight on Ladies Night Radio.
Mm-hmm.
And toss that question out there, baby girl, because I know you got a couple.
Okay, when it comes down to the women in any kind of industry, how do you feel about women taking shortcuts to get to the top?
You know what? To each his own. You do what you got to do. At the end of the day, I can't knock anybody's hustle. Period. Because if that's what you feel you have to do to move up, do what you got to do to move up. If it works for you, it works. I can't be mad about it. Because I'm going to tell you this. If I could have taken the shortcut. I would have taken this shortcut. Man.
But see, check it out.
A detour would have been all right with my soul.
Yo, but Adina, if you would have took that shortcut, you probably wouldn't be where you are right now with so much respect in this business, though, right?
That is true. That is true. You know, at least for me. But, you know, everybody's path is different. Everybody's path is different. Everybody, you know, God has plans for everyone, and how they choose to get there is how they choose to get there. And if you get on the wrong path, trust and believe, eventually you'll be put on the right path, because you have to do what you're supposed to do in this life.
Right.
So it's what it is. If
I
that
agree.
makes sense to you.
No, amen to that, though. That's solid. That's solid. Now about your project that you have coming, hopefully. Like, can you kind of talk a little bit about what you got in store as far as musically in 2012?
Musically, I just want to smack y'all over the head. Like, you know.
Please do.
Like hit you over the head like with a bag of rocks. You know what I'm saying? I just want to smack down. You so silly. Please do. You know what? Honestly, once I get out of school, because I'm sure my manager told you I'm in school right now, and that's my main focus.
Absolutely. And amen to you on that. Still educating yourself, even
that's
like I said. Woman after my own heart. Like, she's married, solid. You know what I'm saying? She's this artist that's working her ass off, and she's in school too. Like, come on, that's a power woman right there, baby. That's what it is.
For me, it's so important to be an example to my friends, my family, you know, and for those who choose to follow me and look to me as a role model. I think it's important to let them know that at the end of the day, there's so much more to life than music. You know, you can go get your education and really evolve as an intelligent person. Go for a passion. You know, do something that at the end of the day, if you did not make money at it, you would still want to do it anyway. You know, but always have something that you're, you know, better than good at, that you can make money, you know, at. Because bills have to be paid. You know, the world don't stop turning around just because you don't have a job.
Right.
You know, you don't have any skills. So I think it's important to always set yourself up for success. And getting an education sets you up for success. But not just getting any education, getting a relevant education. Because, yeah, you can go to school and, you know, take business management classes, but at the end of the day, does it make sense for you to do that?
Right.
You know, you can take nursing classes, but are you really wanting to go, you know, be a nurse, or you're just settling because it's the easiest thing to do? You know, it's really about setting yourself up for success and believing that you have the ability to succeed beyond your wildest expectations. And for me, I refuse to sell myself short. You know, if that means having to walk away from music to be successful as, you know, an aspiring master chef, then that's what I'm willing to do.
Right.
If I can combine the two and become wildly successful, then that's what I'm willing to do. But at the end of the day, it all makes sense to me, and I have a plan, and it's important that you have a plan. If you don't have a plan, then where are you headed?
You walking around the desert like Fu Manchu, trying to figure out what you're going to do.
Exactly. So, you know, with the music, what did you say? Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say either that or have the guy from Everest cuss you out every time you watch his commercial.
There you go.
I know, right? You can too.
There you go.
Pick up the phone and make the call. It's that easy. I love that commercial because I know he's not talking to me because I'm getting my education. Boo.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
But music is coming. Music is coming. It's definitely coming. I just really honestly want to make sure that when I come out, and reintroduce myself to the world, that it's right. That it's not something like, oh man, she could have kept her butt at home for that. And, you know, we could have missed her we would have missed her, you know, or she could have stayed home for another 10, 12 years, and we would have been good.
Yeah, it's one thing I could tell you. It's one thing I could tell you, Adina, that, you know, too close. If that's what's in store, can you please make sure you keep them big old bag of rocks coming so you keep whacking me over the head with it? Please do that.
That is the goal, baby. That is the goal.
And I was taking, like I said, I'm very, very impressed because, you know, I don't just listen to the music. I hear the words and I hear how you do it. And because you've done so many songs and you've been a part of so much in my music life, you know, I'm hearing certain things different about this track, and I'm like, damn, like, did she really come this way? Like, I was like impressed. I mean, you know, and it's hard for me to kind of put it into words, but just, you know, appreciating more of what we have and what you gave us musically and what you're giving us now. So, you know, like I said, like, you don't have to give us no street dates, just by knowing that you got something coming. I'm just trying to prepare my brain because you're about to whack the hell out of it right now. So that's dope.
And when you do have to put the new music out, we will be one of the first stations to get it, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Need you ask?
Hey. There you have it.
You already have too close.
Exactly.
Exactly.
and Adina, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're one of the very few people, if not one of the first, or the first.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
That's right there.
I don't think Battle Cat gave it to anybody else. I'm not aware that he has.
I got mad love for that dude though. Shout out to Battle Cat. Shout out to your team though. Your team is super hard though. I could tell they got your interests front and center, and I love that.
That's important. That's an important part of business.
Amen to that. So people can go check out AdinaHoward.com if you want to check her out. Like I said, she is looking even better than she has when she first stepped on the scene. I'm just saying. That's just my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And remembering certain things, not just from the last time you kicked it with the station, Adina. I know you're still working hard and getting a lot of stuff done, but can you do me a favor? Can you please make sure you hook us up when you are done with that good cookbook that I know you're putting together right now? Because I know you are.
It's so interesting. The cookbook I'm in a contemporary cuisine class right now, and I am learning so much. Like tonight, we're doing rabbit.
Okay.
And we have to finish.
Wow.
We have to finish it. Oh my gosh, I love it. And we're finishing it up tomorrow. So it's a very interesting class because plating is everything, and it's not like these big, huge plates of just food piled on you, in front of you. It's about elegance. It's about just presenting it in a way where it's art.
Mhm.
I had to go into another field that was about artistry. And, this is for me, cooking is a passion for me. Singing is a job.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, cooking is another way to seduce you all.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, it's another way to seduce you all.
I'm there. I mean, you already had me before, but
yeah, with the T-shirt and the panty song, it's already a wrap.
It's over.
First she gets you with the clothes she has on. Now she's gonna get you with the food you cook. Word. Right. That's how you get and keep it. I ain't not mad at all.
This way I stay with you longer because with my music I get to you through your head, your ears. But this way with the food I get to you through your mouth and stay in your stomach. And
get it all through your system, honey.
Exactly.
Once you get a taste of Anita, it's a wrap.
And the only way you can get rid of me is to fish me out.
I love it.
Ooh. You
I love
don't know how. You know that. Hey. Tell your husband that I'm saying, and tell him Branded from Ladies Night Radio said it. That dude is a lucky dude. I'm just saying.
Yes, he is.
I have to tell you, no, I am a blessed woman. I married up. You know what I mean? That's everybody says, oh, he's a lucky man. Honestly, I am truly a blessed woman to have such a beautiful man in my life.
Oh,
so
that's how you do it.
Let me ask you this, because with you being a freshly married young lady and both both you kids are gonna be very, very, very successful in your marriages and careers and the whole deal. Can you let the listeners know a little bit, just a blueprint, just a small sample of a blueprint of what it's going to take for a marriage to survive? I know you're fresh at it, but I know you had a determination to rock out for 50, 60, 70 years. So
and
give it to them.
Submission.
Mhm.
Submission. You have to submit. You know, as a woman and as a man, you have to submit. You have to admit when you're wrong. You have to, you know, stay in your lane. You have to appreciate. You have to really just set your ego aside and allow that person to be who they are. Jealousy is going to get you nowhere. Insecurity is going to get you nowhere. You know, if your man can't have, you know, friends of the opposite sex, something's wrong, because he had friends of the opposite sex before he met you.
Right.
He was an individual before he met you. And he must remain an individual. He must remain a man. However, at the same time, too, he needs to understand respect. Just like we ought to understand respect. Understand boundaries. There has to be, you know, boundaries set in place so that, you know, everybody knows where they stand. You know what I mean? That's so important. And I think that a lot of us don't wait for God to choose our mate. We want to choose our mate. And for me, it was very important that I waited for God to prepare my mate. But when I prayed for him to prepare my husband for me, I prayed that he prepared me for my husband. Because I know that we women can get, you know, we can get on our own way. And, you know, and look at a dude like, oh, he's so fine. Oh, he set the girl. Oh, he can put it down. And it's like, okay, is that it? You know?
I feel you,
He going to be my baby daddy. Is that it? You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all you want. You don't want anybody that's well-rounded, balanced, that can cook, that can clean, that will wipe the seat up after he takes a piss. You know what I'm saying? There are so many things. There's a laundry list. You know, doesn't know how to wash his own clothes. You know, can you cook? Can you clean? Stop looking to a man, you know, to be everything when you're nothing. It's important for you to be that which you seek in an individual. So that's important. And to always look at yourself and not point the finger, because at the end of the day, it takes two and not the 10. If something about a person that you don't like, most likely it's a characteristic that you have, but you don't recognize it in yourself because you're too busy looking at somebody else.
Amen to that. Amen to that. And what you said is important, Adina, especially, you know, and I've said it too. To me, it's like I feel in my heart being single is cool because you got to, well, you know, until God finds that one for you, because if you do go out looking, you're going to run into the same issues, the same flaws that got you single in the first place. So when it happens the right way, when it happens the way where you just don't look for it and you are not just ready for it, but you're comfortable living with yourself and being and dealing with yourself, that you can be able to allow somebody in, and then they got to be on the same level you're in as far as your appreciation of life, love, spiritually, you know, intimately, the whole nine. So, you know, I feel you on that completely. And that's what's missing now. People got to check their damn ego.
Yeah, no. And also, too, women especially, it's really us a lot of the times, it's not about the wedding. It's not about the ceremony. Don't invest in the ceremony. Invest in your relationship. You know, granted, it's nice to have, you know, that big lavish wedding, but at the end of the day, really, it's not even a whole 24 hours. You know, and it really doesn't need to, you know, you don't really need to be dropping all kind of money, and then you go into your marriage with debt. It's like, be smart. Be very, very smart with how you go into the situation, because every element matters.
Amen.
Every element matters.
Ladies Night Radio with Adina Howard, and before we wrap this up with you, I got one more power question that I feel like you should be able to answer. and lead the way because, you know, you are that leader lady. You know what I mean? One big thing is, and you've been around this industry a long time, and you've seen a lot of stuff in your career, not just your career in music, but I'm pretty sure life. When it comes to ladies and the evolution of the women succeeding and evolving in business and music and entertainment and even a regular 9-to-5 or, you know, or being a parent or whatever, what is it going to take in order for the women to be able to have that consistency as far as dealing with the quote-unquote man's world and things like that?
Again, it falls back to education. Educate yourself so that when you walk into this man's, you know, into a man's world with your stilettos, that you know what you're talking about. You know, you not only can speak about it, you can be about it. So it's all about education. It's about having the wherewithal to know how to deal with the people that you have to deal with. And being a strong individual doesn't necessarily mean being, you know, extra harsh and, you know, just doing the most. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a reason why we're women. We have a finesse about us. There's a way that we can deal with you all and get what we want if we do it right. And we don't have to drop our jaws to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, men are more, the one thing that I've learned over the years in my journey in this life is that men are more sensitive than women. Mm. Your egos are fragile. And all we have to do is play to your ego, and we can get whatever it is we want.
Speak the truth, honey. Speak it.
So that with some education, the broad's going to be a beast. It's a wrap. That's the word.
Yes, sir. Say it one more time, girl. It's a wrap.
I love it. I love it. And you can follow Miss Adina Howard on Twitter right now at Adina Howard. If you don't know how to spell it, I got you. It's Adina Howard, HOWARD. And make sure you check out the website www.adinahoward.com. And you know, this is what the show is brought to you by. And with that being said, not only thanking you for taking the time out. You know, I know you had school and everything, and I love you for hanging out with us. But please make sure you come back, hang out with us again. Give us some of these motivational things. And you know what I'm saying, when it comes to people actually booking you, because I had a few emails saying, hey, how can I get Adina Howard in my city to rock out and do what she do? Do you want me to just go ahead and get that email out to the masses? Okay.
Absolutely. Battlecat at AdinaHoward.com. Is that what it is?
Absolutely. There you go. And you can also hit up, shout out to Brandy as well. You can also hit up Brandy at MediaHunterPR.com as well, BRANDI at MediaHunterPR.com. Adina, glad to have you back, baby. You are missed.
Thank you.
You have been missed.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know what? That's the goal. That's the goal.
And you know,
the goal is to be missed, not for people to want you to leave and not come back.
Nah, not only have you been missed, you talk about knocking people over the head, though. Like, I'm
ready
for that. I'm ready.
Wait a minute. What kind of rock you have a choice?
You have a choice. You have a choice. You can have a bag of nickels or a bag of rocks.
Nah, I want to have the hardest thing to hit my head, like, on the planet. So give me something solid. Give me, like, stuff a whole bunch of bricks, get some steel, do what you got to do, Adina, baby. Get it in. Get it in.
Oh, definitely. I'm definitely going to do it because you know what? So many people have been asking, and it is my goal and my desire to deliver successfully.
And you've done that already, so you're adding on to your legacy, baby. You are.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Many blessings to you. Tell new husband I said hello in the station.
Yeah.
We got your back. And please keep doing what you're doing because you are an inspiration not just to women but to myself and a lot of men out there that do appreciate everything that you have done, not just the music but how you're handling your life's mission. Straight up.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. You are truly a blessing, and I thank you for, staying on my team. That's an honor. It really, really is. Of course.
Until the wheels fall off, baby, and even if the wheels fall off, we still going to be scraping through life. That's
hey, there you go.
We're going to be walking.
Okay.
Brand gonna be carrying me because I ain't gonna be walking out there, honey.
There you go.
You pick me up, and I would say, "Oh, you can do it, babe. Push harder."
There you go. Hey, we
That's
gonna
how
run
we
that.
get down.
We gonna run that brand new one, Too Close by Adina Howard. Adina, I love you, girl.
Love you back, baby.
Nexxlegacy.